Hello and welcome to the Name Your Business Like a Pro Masterclass. My name is Bestie Atti. I'm so excited that you are able to join the masterclass, and I'm looking forward to you learning and me sharing all that I know about business with you. So let's go. Okay, so the Name Your Business Like a Pro Masterclass. Who is this masterclass for? This masterclass is for anyone who has an idea for a business or non-profit organization, or finding it difficult or finding it hard to come up with a name for that entity. So whether you're in business or you are into community development and you run a non-profit organization, with this masterclass you will learn how to name that entity properly. Okay, the second group of people this masterclass is for anyone who is looking to start in a for-profit or non-profit or not-for-profit organization. Thirdly, this masterclass is for anyone who is already in business but is yet to protect their business name. Okay, so who am I and why should you listen to me? So my name is Bestie Atti. I am an award-winning entrepreneur, business consultant, digital marketing trainer, and lawyer. I'm the co-founder of Corporate Bestie Limited, a company that provides business support and marketing services, and was recognized in 2018 as one of the top 100 emerging SMEs in Nigeria by Connect Nigeria, Union Bank, and British Council. We have worked with thousands of individuals, entrepreneurs, SMEs, and corporate organizations on business development, entrepreneurship, and digital marketing over the last 5 years. I've also worked with several local and international organizations, including the World Bank, Google, Facebook, and ventures platform on projects relating to entrepreneurship, on digital marketing, business development, operations management, etc. I'm also the founder of Bestie Network Africa, which is a community that promotes education, entrepreneurship, innovation, and leadership for young women in Africa. So I'm bringing together all my experiences from over the last 5 years in these different organizations, my experience as a lawyer, my experience as a business consultant, to teach you how you can name your business like a pro, and all you need to know about, business registration and all of that, business protecting your business. So the class objectives, the first thing we'll talk about is how to generate a winning business name. We'll also talk about how to protect your business name, and then we'll talk about what the requirements for registration of a business name in Nigeria. Okay, so let's get started. Before we proceed, I would like to encourage you to get a pen, get a notepad, get your water, get anything you need so you can take notes, and so you can also follow through with this class. I don't want you to miss out on any part, because this is going to be very exciting. This is going to be very expository, and it's definitely going to help you succeed in business. Okay, so let's get started. So how to generate a winning business or brand name. So if you're in business, when you start a business, it is one of the first things you have to think about after coming up with the idea. Let's say you're thinking of starting a fashion business. The next thing you usually think about is what to name that business. Okay, so that's what we'll be talking about today. So why is it important for you to have a business or brand name? Number one reason why it's important for you to have a business or brand name is that your business name creates the first impression of your business products and services in the minds of your target audience. It doesn't matter what you do or what you're into, but when people come, when customers approach you, if you have a business name, it's easy for them to, you create an impression of your business products and services in the minds of your target audience. A good business name will speak for you even when you are not in the room. Whether or not you're there, even if you're not there, it's your business name people would be able to use to relate to you. So it's what would continue to speak and promote your brands and your products and services. And when people are thinking of, oh, who's the next person, who's the best person to do this particular activity or to provide this particular service or to purchase this particular product from. If you have a good business name, it will be easy for them to remember, to be easy for them to relate to you. It creates an impression for them, and they can easily get to you and get back to you because you have a good business name. Also, a good business name will continue to market your products and services long after you have stopped talking. So long after you've stopped talking, long after you've stopped, trying to convince your customer about your products and services, it is, having a good, catchy, relatable name, a name that is easy to remember, a good business name. That's what we call. That's why I call it this particular aspect of the class, generating a winning business name. So having a good business name would help you to win your customers, even when you've stopped talking about your business. So, like I was saying, if the first time your business, that idea, remember the first time that idea or the light bulb pops in your brain. The first time it pops in your brain, you're super excited, and that idea suddenly becomes like a baby to you. Imagine having a baby without a name, or a baby with a funny name. If the name is funny or the name is weird and strange, you find it difficult to for people to communicate with your brand. So even as you generate your business idea, you come up with that business idea, it's important to have a name that is relatable, a name that people can identify with so they can easily understand what your products and services are about. We've seen, in the Nigerian context, and I'm sure you would agree with me, that people with very ridiculous names, most times it's not their fault, it's from their families. But the truth is, and some of these people have gone ahead to change their names in court by swearing affidavits and all of that. But it's important that as you develop your business idea, as you develop that business, as you develop that non-profit organization, you have a name that backs it up so that it can be easily relatable. So what are the features of a winning business name? Your business name must be clear, number one. It must be concise, and it must be relatable. So three things you must have for you to have a winning business name. Three features of a winning business name is: one, it must be clear. It must be clear and easy to understand for people. People should be able to easily understand what your business is all about. Okay. Another feature of a winning business name is that it must be concise, and thirdly, it must be relatable. People should be able to relate it to the products and services you are offering, so people are not confused. If you're selling a fashion related, if you're into fashion, it's important to have a name that people can relate to fashion. If you're selling fashion, if you're into the fashion business or fashion industry and you have a name that's similar to food, it can be very confusing. It will not be clear, it will not be concise, it will not be relatable. And so people would, find it difficult to relate to it. Even when you're not there and somebody's trying to explain, oh, what's the name of this business? Or what's the name of this person? It will be confusing for them. Let's say, for example, you're into fashion. Instead of you know, using something that relates to style, relates to fashion, relates to confidence, relates to luxury and beauty and all. If you have something that relates to food, and when you're into fashion, it will be confusing. Similarly, if you're into the real estate industry and you have something that relates to air making, for example, it will be confusing for your client, for your target audience. So it's important to have a business name that is very clear, very concise, and very relatable. So how do you generate a business name? So the first thing you want to think about, the first thing you want to do, when you're generating a business name is number one, to identify your target audience or customer segment. Identify your target audience or customer segment. This is very, very, very important. In any business today, you have there are particular groups of people who are your target audience, who are your customer base. And if you do not know who exactly these people are, you will not be able to sell that business idea. You will not be able to convince them or market your products and services to them. Because I found out also that in my business consultation and advisory sessions with entrepreneurs and startups, usually when you ask them who are your target audience, people just say, oh, everybody. You cannot sell to everybody. Everybody cannot be your customer. The value proposition of your business cannot be applied to everybody. And this is for different reasons. For different reasons, okay? So it's important to be able to, first of all, identify the people you are targeting. This will help you to create a name that resonates with them, a name that they can easily identify with, a name that can easily make an impression on in their minds, okay? How do you do this? You create a customer persona, and when creating your customer persona, a customer persona is basically like um, a an example of who the personality of your customer. Okay, it's usually the personality of your customer and the features and characteristics that person embodies. So you develop some of the ways to develop a customer persona and things to consider when developing a customer persona includes their age, includes their gender, location, educational status, marital status, level of income, interest, etc. Identifying your customer persona clearly would help you to understand what they want, what they would easily relate with, the keywords that come to their mind when they think about a particular product and services, so you can position yourself as um, yourself and your business in a way that they can understand and can relate with and resonate with them. The second thing you want to do when generating a winning business name is to brainstorm. So most of us, when we come up with a business idea, the first thing we usually do is to take a notepad to write it out. So in that same notepad, or the one you're using right now, you have to brainstorm. So identify 10 to 30 keywords that represent or relate to your business idea, products, and services. You can come up with over 30, but I like us to also come up with relevant keywords. Don't let it be moderate, but you can also go above and beyond 30. But just brainstorm, come up with words that resonate with your business idea, that relates to your business idea, that relates to your product, that relates to your services. These words, when developing these words, they could be literal meanings. They could mean exactly, what your business is all about. So if you're into fashion, for example, it could relate to fashion. If you're into, wigs and weaves and beauty, it could be literal meanings for beauty. Another type of words you could come up with are acronyms and abbreviations. And also you can also brainstorm keywords that are synonyms. You could use your full names for people who want their businesses to be branded with their names. You could also use figures, you could use numbers, you could use tribal names, you could use translated names. You could also include countries and locations that resonate with your business or your business idea. So you could put these words together, brainstorm, write them out, and make sure you have a lot of words that relate, but importantly, they should represent and relate to your business idea, the products and services that you offer. So the third thing you want to do when coming up with your business name or a winning business name is to combine 1 to 2 keywords that resonate with your business idea, your values, your products and services. until you have come up with something that is original, something that is memorable and easy to pronounce. Don't come up with words or names just because they are you're comfortable with them. And that's why the first thing we talked about is your customer segment. So come up with names that are original, names that are memorable, names that are easy to pronounce. So it's not difficult for your target audience and your customers to remember them. It's original and unique to you. You're not copying someone else's business or idea. Something that's original to your business name, easy to pronounce, authentic, and something memorable. Okay, so you can combine any of these words. Let's say you decide to use your name, and your name is, for example, Nkechi Maduka. You can decide to say you would use Nkechi's beauty home if you're in the fashion industry, or Nkechi's luxury if you're in the beauty industry. You could just mix match these words to come up with something that is original. If you're into, if you're running a community development project or an NGO, you decide to use your name. Let's say, let's also use Nkechi Maduka. You could also say something like Nkechi Maduka Initiative, Nkechi Maduka Foundation, Nkechi Maduka Association. But whatever you do, please ensure that the name is authentic to you, and we'll also go to that section where I talk about how to protect it, how to ensure that it's available. Okay, so number 4, the fourth thing you want to do and consider when you're coming up with a winning business name is to think long term. Think long term. Consider where your business will be in the next 5 to 10 years and select keywords that will not limit business or your organization's growth. Select keywords that will not limit your business or organization's growth. Let's say, for example, because as entrepreneurs today you're into fashion, tomorrow you may decide to go into beauty, next tomorrow real estate, next the day after tomorrow you may decide to go into food. Okay, so think long term. What are the industries I would like to work in, or I would like the things I would like to do in the long term, and then come up with keywords and names that will not restrict you. So instead of, for example, having just Nkechi beauty beauty home, for example, if you know you would also go into food, I would advise that stick, instead of just sticking to Nkechi beauty home, you could do something like Nkechi's Nkechi. Hold on. So you could elongate. You could use a different word that doesn't restrict it to just beauty or just food. So you could say Nkechi Empire, for example. Okay, you could say something like Nkechi's Empire or Nkechi Maduka's Empire. So it's not just food; you can also include other things in it. You could use you could have fashion, and you can also have beauty. So it's all encompassing. So importantly, think long term and use words that will not limit your business. The fifth thing you want to do is to get feedback from family, friends, and potential customers. After coming up with names, with 1, 2, 3, 4 words that you're comfortable with and you believe would resonate with your customers, also get feedback from family, friends, and potential customers. And as much as possible, be open-minded and willing to make adjustments where necessary. As the idea comes to you, most of the time we're very protective. We don't want to share. We're afraid somebody may steal our business ideas. We're afraid somebody may steal our business names. And so we're so protective. But be open-minded and be willing to make adjustments when necessary. When you ask these people to get feedback from them, if they say, oh, this is not good enough, maybe you could add this, be open to suggestions, be open to adjustments. so that you can also grow and get the best out of your business. The sixth thing you want to do is to check for availability of the name. Check for availability of the name. And you could use any of those methods to search. The first method I would suggest is you could search on social media. Searching for availability means that you are checking to be sure that nobody else is using the name, because as much as possible you want that business name to be exclusive to you, number one, and to be available so that whenever people are looking for you anywhere, whether online or offline, it's that name belongs to you. It is unique to you. It's authentic to you. So the first place you could go to search for availability, check for availability, is on social media. And and some of the social media platforms you could use is Facebook. Okay, so you could go on Facebook to search. Go to Facebook and search. Let's or using Nkechi's Empire, for example. So you could go on Facebook and type Nkechi's Empire, or you could use Instagram. You could use Twitter. If these are not available, then you can now relax and be sure that you can use the name. But don't be too fast, okay? There are other platforms I would advise that you'd also search for the availability of the name. The second one I would advise is on the Corporate Affairs Commission website, and the website link is publicsearch.csc.gov.ng. publicsearch.cac.gov.ng. So go to publicsearch.cac.gov.ng and type the name of your business, your business, the name of your business, the business you're coming up, the name you've developed, okay, and see if anyone is already using it on the CAC portal, if it's already registered on the CAC portal. If it's already registered, it would come up, and so you can not use it if somebody else is already using it. But if it doesn't pop up, it means it's available, and you can go ahead to reserve the name. Then the third platform I would suggest is a search engine. One of such search engines, which I believe is very powerful, is Google search. So type the name on Google search. Nkechi's Empire, for example, type it on Google search and check the first 5 pages. So after checking the first page, if you don't find it there, make sure you check until the 5th page at least. Okay, you can go on to continue checking all the pages, but if you search, because of Google Index, it pops up names that are close to that, and somebody else is already using it. You would see it, whether it's on a website or on an article that's online or whatever, whatever platform. It would definitely come up. That's another way to search for the availability of the name. Another platform to use, another method to search for the availability of that name that you want is you could do a domain search. So you could go on for example, GoDaddy.com, or you could go to googlehost.com or gigalayer.com or any other domain registration platforms to search if that business name is there. So for example, you could decide to go to Google Host or GoDaddy.com and type www.nkechesempire.com or .org and search if somebody else is already using that business name. Okay. So how to protect your business name? How do you protect your business name to ensure that even after you've developed that business name, somebody else doesn't come up and steals it? Because I've seen instances where clients have come to me and then we're trying to register their businesses, and then we realize that somebody else is already using it. And some of these people have already been in business for 3 years, and they already have logos, they have all these things working, but the names are not protected. So when it's time for them to register, they discover that somebody else has already been using the name, and so they have to change their entire brand identity, and that can be a very, stressful and painful task. So how do you protect your business name or brand name to ensure nobody is already using it, or to ensure that nobody steals it from you? So why is it important to protect your business name? Number one reason why it is important to protect your business name is that it gives your business a legal status. So if your business name is protected and somebody else, decides to copy and paste that business name or to use it, it's easier for you to, invoke the law against such person, because that that name becomes exclusively yours when it is protected by you. But if it's already protected by someone else, it becomes theirs, and you do not have any right over the name. So it's important to, protect your business name to give it by giving it a legal status. Another reason is that protecting it prevents others from using the same name, a similar or identical name, and is likely to confuse the public or potential customers. So protecting your business name will prevent anyone else who decides that they want to use that same name. So protecting it to ensure that they don't use it, and they don't use a similar name or identical name that will confuse the public or potential customers from differentiating what name belongs to what organization. Protecting your business name also gives your business or organization a corporate identity, gives it a corporate identity. So, three ways to protect your business name, okay, or your brand name, because I'm also, as much as possible, trying to, if you are a community leader or you run an NGO or a not-for-profit organization, a non-profit organization, you could also apply some of these things I'm talking about to your business. So one of the ways to protect your business name is reservation and registration with Corporate Affairs Commission. So you could register your business name as a sole proprietorship or partnership with the CAC. You could also register your business to protect the name as a limited liability company. Another way you could register your name, even if it's not for business, is to register it as an incorporated trustees. Most people know this as NGO registration, but the appropriate name is incorporated trustees. It's for non-profit organizations. Another way to protect your business name is by domain reservation. So you could go to any of these platforms, www.godaddy.com. You could also go to www.bluehost.com. You could also go to www.gigalayer.com. I've used these three platforms, and that's why they are there. If you also have any other domain reservation platforms, you could use them, but it gives you access to protect or reserve that particular domain name for a year plus, but you could pay annually, okay, or however you like, to protect it till you're able to create a website for your business. Okay. The third way to protect your business name is by trademark. Those names are trademarked. Some of them usually have TM or arrow in front of them or beside them, just tiny in front of them. Some of these trademarked names include Nike, Coca-Cola, names like that. And because they're trademarked, there's nobody in the world who's allowed to use them unless they expressly give you approval to do so. So you could also register your business as your business name, but also, trademark your business name to protect it from being used by other people. Okay. So I'll talk about reservation and registration with Corporate Affairs Commission. I already mentioned it before that you can register your business name as a sole proprietorship or a partnership. A sole proprietorship, usually involves it's a one-man business. A partnership is usually between two people, 2 to 20 persons coming together to register a partnership. You could also reserve and register your business as a limited liability company, but it would require you to have at least 2 people as directors and shareholders of that organization. And you could also reserve and register with Corporate Affairs Commission as an incorporated trustee if you're registering as a non-profit organization or an NGO or an association. Okay, that's what the platform is. What are the benefits of business registration? The first benefit of business registration is that it is in fulfillment of the law. In Nigeria, if you are operating a business entity or an entity at all, it is required by law for you to have that entity registered. So registering it means you're fulfilling the requirements of the law. Another reason, and and this is important so that if any issue arises, you can have the backing of the law to protect you. Another benefit for registering of benefit of business registration is that it creates credibility and trust for your business slash organization. So if you have a business, if you have an organization, registering it gives it credibility. If you've been in business for a while, some of you must have encountered clients who ask you if your business is registered, and sometimes merely you say no, they become skeptical, they become reluctant. So having your business registered provides that trust, provides credibility for people to trust you, trust your business and your brand, and to want to engage with you and do business with you. Another benefit of business registration is that if you have a registered business, you can have access to operate a bank account in Nigeria. Okay, it gives you access to operate a bank account. So you could use your certificate of incorporation and all the necessary documents and approach any of the banks, tell them you want to register an account for your business. That way you also create credibility for your business, and customers slash clients can always, instead of paying money into your personal account, they pay it through your corporate account. Having a business name registered, having your business registered also ensures or helps you in the payment of taxes. When doing business with other people or with government organizations, with corporate entities, they want to be sure that you're a law-abiding citizen or a law-abiding business in the country. And they would usually ask you for evidence of payment of tax. And so having a business registered would help you to ensure that you fulfill that part of your civic obligation as a citizen of that country or state or where or that location. You can also it would also help you to obtain tax clearance certificates from necessary tax bodies. Another benefit for business registration is that you'll be able to access to credit and grant facilities. There are lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of opportunities at the moment for entrepreneurs, for startups, for business owners, and for anybody who's just doing one thing or the other. These opportunities are within the country, and they're also international organizations who provide credit and grant facilities. So having a business registered gives you access to these opportunities most of the time. These organizations want to be sure that you are a real entity, in quotes, that you're properly formed, you exist, and you're fulfilling the requirements of the law. And so they would ask you if your business is registered. So having a registered business would help you gain access to these credit facilities. Another benefit of business registration is business continuity. So for some structures of business, especially for the limited liability company, you can easily if you're tired, you can easily your business can easily continue even when you're not there, because it is registered, it is properly registered. You can easily transfer um, if the owner of the business, for example, is dead, they could easily transfer their shares or any title to the company to somebody else. Okay, the business can always continue even when they are not there. Another benefit is that if you have a business registered, you can easily and you let's say you're tired of that particular industry, you're into petroleum and you decide to go into real estate, you can easily just exit and the business will continue. You can now hand over your title or your shares to somebody else to continue. So future exit is one of the reasons, one of the benefits you could have when your business is registered. But let me point out that in the case of a sole proprietorship or a partnership, exit of any member, death of any member automatically is the end of that business. Okay. So what are the requirements for registration of a business name? So I'll be focusing only on sole proprietorship and partnership for requirements for registration of a business name. If you have any other questions as it relates to limited liability company or incorporated trustees, you can leave them in the comment section and I'll be sure to answer. So requirements for registration of a business name in Nigeria is that number one, you need to carry out a name availability and reservation search with two preferred names. So it's important to have two names that you prefer and that two, let me call it two winning business names that you want for your business, and carry out a name availability and reservation search. You'd also need to provide valid means of identification. It could be international passport, could be permanent voters card, national identity card, or driver's license. You would also need to provide biodata of the sole proprietor or partners of that business. You would also need to provide recent passport photographs of proprietors and partners. You would also need to provide nature of business services and the full address of principal place of business. So why should you choose us? So where do I start? So if, for example, you're asking yourself, where do I start if I want to register my business name? Just go to www.corporatebestie.com and then click on business name registration. So go to www.corporatebestie.com. This is the logo, and so click on business name registration to get started. But why should you choose corporatebestie.com for your business registration? Number one reason is that it is quick and easy registration process. We do not waste your time. We make the process very quick and easy for you. You can obtain your registration number and certificate of incorporation within 5 to working days. So within 5 to working days, you could get all your documents, your certificate of incorporation and registration number available to you to use for any type of activity you would want, whether to open a bank account or to submit at immigration or to apply for a loan or a grant or whatever it is. We can get it to you within that time. It is quick, it is easy, and stress-free. We can also have your certificate of incorporation and other documents ready to be delivered to you anywhere in the world. And so that's why you should choose Corporate Bestie. So I'll go back and talk a bit about Corporate Bestie. which is a leading business support and marketing firm that provides innovative, cutting-edge solutions to entrepreneurs, startups, SMEs, and corporations in Nigeria and Africa. We have been recognized as one of the top 100 emerging SMEs in Nigeria by Connect Nigeria, Union Bank, and the British Council. We have a team of business management and development experts who have made it part of their life's work to ensure that businesses in Africa have all the support they need to thrive. So we're passionate about businesses and entrepreneurship, and so we've created this platform, Corporate Bestie, to provide support, innovative support, and solutions to entrepreneurs, startups, SMEs, and corporations in Nigeria and Africa. And let me say this in terms of the name of this business, because we're talking about business names and generating a winning business name. When you think of the name of this business, what comes to mind? What comes to mind? Corporate Bestie. Corporate Bestie. What immediately comes to mind, of course, is a corporate best friend. So a corporate support system. So what that will provide that support system for entrepreneurs, startups, SMEs, and corporations. Smart, right? Yep. And so that's why it's also important to have names that are memorable, authentic, relatable, clear, concise, so your target audience, your target customers can easily identify with. Okay, all right. So what are the services we provide? We have a whole range of services for SMEs because we're a one-stop shop for business support. So we have a whole range of services, and you can, take advantage of any of the services by going to corporatebestie.com. So we provide business advisory and development services, company registration, business name registrations, NGO registrations, digital marketing services, graphics design and branding, website and mobile app creation, virtual assistants, and we also provide training and capacity development services. So for staying to the end of this masterclass, I have a special bonus just for you to thank you for your time and to, I've had an amazing time. I love to teach. I love to, teach entrepreneurs because we love to help businesses grow. And so for staying to the end and for watching to the end of this class, I have a special bonus for you. If you want to register your business name. So I have a 24 hours fast action bonus. Currently, with the federal government 50% discount on business name registration. If you take action now, you get to pay $9,500 instead of $12,500 for business name registration. So if you're watching this and you don't have a registered business name, or you're looking to register your business name, okay, if you take action within the next 24 hours, you can get you get to pay $9,500 instead of $12,500. Our usual cost is $12,500 with the federal government's discount. But instead of paying that, we're giving you a bonus or a discount of 3,000 naira, so you can get your businesses registered, operating, a legal entity, get your bank accounts ready, and get access to loans and opportunities using that business name. So one of the breakdown of our charges are for CSC. CSC usually charges 5,500. The initial charge was 10,500, but with the discount, it now became 5,500, including name search. And then our service charge was 5,000. It is 5,000 naira. Okay, processing fee 2,000 naira, and that sums it up to 12,500 naira. But if you pay within the next 24 hours, if you register and indicate interest within the next 24 hours, instead of paying 12,500, you get to pay 9,500 naira only. Okay, isn't that good? So this 24 hours fast action bonus of 9,500, it covers name availability and reservation search. It covers the registration process. It covers certificate of incorporation. It covers bank charges, printing and upload of documents, and collection of the documents from designated CAC offices or CAC office. Okay, this bonus applies only to people interested in registering their business names. Okay, to take advantage of this fast action bonus, go to bit.ly/cb fast action. bit.ly/cb fast action. The link is also in the description section of this video, and so you can go click it and take advantage of it immediately. This is only available for 24 hours, and if I were you, I'll take advantage of it very quickly. And I'm going to leave this quote with you. Focus on building the best possible business. If you are great, people will notice and opportunities will appear. And this quote is by one of my favorite entrepreneurs and favorite entrepreneurs in the world. He's one of the Shark Tank millionaires in the United States. So it says focus on building the best possible business. If you are great, people will notice and opportunities will appear. So instead of just sitting down and waiting, focus on building the best business. Focus on ensuring that everything that your business needs to succeed is available. So that when these opportunities start appearing, you would always be there to take advantage of them. If you do it right, people will notice. People will notice these things. People will notice your business name. People will notice what you're doing, and opportunities will begin to appear. So do not take this for lightly. The link again is bit.ly/fast action bonus. So if you have any questions at all as regards to this masterclass or any questions that relates to business, you can leave them in the comment section and I'll be available to answer any of your questions. If you have questions, ask them, leave them in the comment section below. So thank you so much for being a part of this masterclass. I'd like you to share your notes. If you've been taking notes, please share your notes and share with me what you've learned from this class. Or if you learned something new, share with me your notes. You can share this video or the link to this session with your friends so they can also watch this video and join this watch this masterclass so they can grow their businesses. And I love to say this a lot, that we rise by lifting others. It doesn't matter if it's not your field or even if you're doing the same business, you can share this video, let people around you also learn and grow their businesses and come up with winning business names and become all that they need to be. Because as Africans, as Nigerians, we cannot keep waiting for other people to do it for us. We have to support ourselves and become the best in our field. You can follow me on Instagram at Bestie Atti _. So it's at Bestie Atti then _. You can also follow me on Facebook. My name on Facebook is Bestie Atti, and we can engage. If you have questions, you can ask me. You go to my website, ellobestie.com, to find more content and learn and share and become the best and build a very, very stable and sustainable business, profitable business. So thank you and cheers to your business success. I wish you all the best. And please remember to share your notes. Remember to take a picture and share with me, tag me on Instagram, tag me on Facebook. Let me see what you learned. Let me get your reviews of this class. If you found this class beneficial, please also share with me, tell your friends, and let's grow together. So thank you so much. Hope to see you at the top. Cheers to your business success. Bye-bye.